Pinball, the great American pastime, where all of us get our pinball machine. I don't know.
Figure it out.
Getting worse at these intros every time. Welcome to the best show of all time, and your best host ever, the hugest penis and the most money, and all the friends, hottest wife. I'm everything you ever wanted to be. Yeah, fine. Yeah, whatever. Hello. Welcome back to the Pinball Party Podcast. After a couple week break, but deservedly so, because I did 12 days straight of balls. 12 balls, 12 days. Thanks again to all the guests that joined. And that was a good time. And if we had a segment called like listener feedback or let's read emails, we would just spend the rest of the time reading all the positive feedback I received. And to all the guests. I mean, there was countless. Thank you again to everyone out there who emailed. To all those I did not reply to, here's a public thank you. It meant a lot. Yeah, it was a good time. For those who don't know, what the fuck are you talking about? 12 days of balls. We did 12 straight days, 12 days of Christmas, and had guests on every day, all the way from Zach Meny to Ken Cromwell and Doc Monday and everyone in between. But let's not stand on ceremony here, right? Batman, Dark Knight Rises. Good movie. One of the better listen to my home stereo and to behold the money I've put into the screen home theater pieces. Dark Knight Rises. Good shit. Let's talk about Jaws. Heard of it? By now you have. It's a pinball machine by Stern Pinball, Keith Elwin and team. Based on the movie Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. Who cares, right? We're talking about the pinball machine. Let's talk about it. We've seen the announcement. We've seen the teases. We saw the leaks. All that. Gameplay. Today is Monday, January 8th. There was a gameplay reveal last night by Keith Elwin himself, going through all the games. And, yeah. I think the LE is disgusting looking. Not a huge fan of how that looks. I think the Pro looks the best from first glance. Premium translate. I'm going to swap that bitch with either the Pro or the Premium. Since the beginning of hearing about Jaws, all I've really wanted was the Jaws poster on the back glass. That's it. Even the playfield. Just the poster. That's all I need. I don't care about the art. The art, it's fine. I think the art blades, I think in person this will be a determining factor on if what I'm about to say is accurate or not. But the art blades look like pure shit. They don't look like they color matched the playfield. I think the idea of just water, like, yeah, of course, it's awesome. And I don't know, the video, it's got to be the video, right? Come on. I mean, you're going to match the blues to the blue, the cyans to the cyans, and right, it's going to look like from the video, it looks like the playfield is a colorful like caricature of Jaws, and how you'd expect. But then the art blades look like real. So the color, like, what doesn't it looks like a Mad Catz version of art blades? For those familiar, Mad Catz is like a third-party company that makes video game controllers poorly, I might add, or historically poorly, aside from their fight sticks are good. But they used to make god-awful third-party controllers. Yeah, so first, I'm not here to just, let me talk shit about Jaws. No, this is my notes. I'm looking at my notes. First things I thought, again, started with the leaks. LE looks bad. The white looks bad. The art blades, what? But then everything else looks great. Yeah, the side art cabinet, the playfield, I like that it's a little simpler. I don't need clown puke everywhere. Back glass, just use the same back glass for all. The Premium's cool. The art's good. Nothing against it, but I just want the Jaws poster. Yeah, so my first impressions, and first impressions from most people, you get on the text and did you see this? Did you see that? Friends, heard of them, when you talk to them. All same thing. 100%. LE, not looking great. Art blades, not looking great. So maybe this feedback is somewhat unanimous. I haven't gone to the Pinside forums and gotten into that mess. blech. But maybe I should get in there like, yeah, let's fucking rape them, right? Come on, everybody, let's fucking rape people. That's what you do on the internet, text verbally, rape people and put people down. So I haven't done that yet. But so then we see the announcement after the leak and the kind of production trailer, if you will, of okay, it looks fine, more of the Ellie, like blech. And then the gameplay. And I'm kind of beating around the bush of like, I'm just not wowed by it. There's nothing that I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And I feel like this game is going to, like most, but the rules are going to really matter. And when I say that, I'm not even wowed by what I saw from the video. And it sucks when like, this isn't, it's such a repeating behavior lately or pattern. Like I don't want to, I fucking love pinball and I don't want to just say negative stuff. And I'm not trying to. I think playing the game or having it will playing the rules, but it's not one that's coming out of the gates like, oh God, the second coming, here we go. This game is going to destroy all of our wallets and our time with our family. Yeah, the game, from watching the trailer, the gameplay with Keith Elwin, yeah, nothing stood out as like, I can't wait to do that. There seemed to be a lot all over the place, which can be good, for home. But I think it's also very detrimental to, if we're trying to grow the hobby out in the wild, let's say. I mean, people are going to walk up to this, they're going to hit the middle, they're going to hit the shark and be like, oh, look, there's a little spinny thing, and then that's it. And then there's a lot of stuff going on, and I have no idea what's happening. Similar to Venom, in a way. Where like, I'm hitting stuff, and there's lights everywhere. I have no idea what's going on. There's nothing really guiding me to this. And there's the sentiment of, oh, we got Richard Dreyfuss in his voice. Like, okay? I didn't think it was him first, and then that was told, and like, yeah, okay, I guess. I mean, this thing in pinball of, we got the license, we did the, okay. I mean, as a consumer, I would expect you to, I guess, or don't. I think it would be different if this was a Star Wars game, and they said, we got Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker, you heard of him? Okay, big deal. Or Matrix got Keanu Reeves. Richard Dreyfuss in Jaws, great actor, right? And great movie, but this isn't, the movie is not predicated by him being a star. It's the fucking shark. If we were doing Departed and got Leo DiCaprio, okay, right? Or Daniel Day-Lewis, or Richard Dreyfuss in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, okay, yeah, he's a star of that fucking movie, and this, he's not, I don't know, it doesn't do anything for me. If we got Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future, okay. But, anyway, whatever. Okay, cool. Whatever money it took to get him to do voices, put more fun things in the game, at least from a first glance, like, oh, can't wait to do that. And I was more, quote, can't wait to do that on on Venom. And granted, hindsight, but that was more like, oh, cool. Like the fast locks and all that stuff and walking up to it and seeing something new with the playfield changing. All right. This, it's like Walking Dead. We got Walking Dead in this game, with the horde mode, stand-up targets on the left, clearly. But from what I've heard, Keith Elwin's a big fan of that game, and so am I. It's a great game, so fucking A, do it. We got some Foo Fighters in the upper left playfield. We got some ramps that don't look satisfying to shoot aside from the center, and the center one seems very clunky. Even Keith hitting it doesn't seem super flowy. The most flowy shot seems to be kind of that figure eight that kind of does a ball lock on the second right flipper, the mini flip. And aside from that, I found myself just from watching the gameplay video, like a lot of things I'd not drawn to. Like, okay, we got the video clips of the movie. Like, yeah, okay. I would rather you have an animated version, something new. Like I can watch clips of this movie anytime I want by watching the movie or going on YouTube. Maybe it's an echo chamber, but movie clips don't sell me on this. Or even in Star Wars, like we got the Star Wars movie clips. Yeah, okay. I've seen them, you know. I think, maybe contrary to popular belief, I like what they did in Jurassic Park with the animated stuff. It's new within the realm of Jurassic Park. If I'm not looking to play the movie. Now, on the flip side, if they do a Matrix game, don't listen to what I just said for 2 minutes. Don't use the movie use the movie stuff, and don't fuck around. Okay, yeah. So forget that. I guess I'm clearly of two minds. Jaws. I think in some of this fantasy stuff. Oh God, I can't even say that because so is Matrix and so is Star Wars. In this monster stuff, maybe it's a very niche thing in this monster thing. Godzilla, Jurassic Park, Jaws, these fictitious monsters, I think it's okay to do totally different animations. In fact, I welcome it. I had the Jurassic Park movie code in for a couple games and like, okay, cool. It didn't, I like the original better. And Iron Maiden, I love the animations in there. It's not really from, quote, a movie or anything. Yeah, or Avengers. I mean, I like that they did animation, but it was kind of just like static animation. So, yeah, the point is, I don't care that there's movie clips in Jaws because I'm usually looking at the playfield. Once in a while, it's cool to see. I mean, I'll see a shark eating some shit and blood, yeah, for sure. And the chum bucket, I'm not sure. Is that just, I mean, as far as a shot, you hit it and it just wiggles. Maybe I'm missing something. That's it, right? It's like another TIE fighter in Star Wars. You hit it and it wiggles. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm looking forward to seeing more gameplay of it and maybe listening to the rules more. But that's maybe partially part of the problem. If hearing about the rules the first time, I'm just like, oh, there's a lot here, which is good, but also, where do I go? What am I doing? Just hitting lights. You got to play it a few times, and okay, I don't know. Then you get into the repeated behaviors, like a lot of these games. Like, all right, well, there's one way to play. Do this, then that, then stack this, then do that. Repeat. Do this, then that, stack this, repeat. If I want to, it's like using a strategy guide to play a video game. I mean, it's not for me. I don't know. So I think I'm not jelly of anyone trying to find the balance of simplicity in a game that's fun versus complexity to make it in a home market. I think the theme is great. I'm excited that there's a Keith Elwin game. I have a deposit down on a premium faux show, but I'm very honest that I might not keep it. I don't know. I want to see more. I think I'm not underwhelmed. I'm whelmed. So subject to change. Could keep going down. This isn't really, but it could also go up. I don't know. It seems from a design standpoint of everything in the kitchen sink with a little less direction, maybe, but I'm not judging anyone who's making the game or anyone who did it. I haven't played it, but that's just first impressions. It could be the best game of all time, and just the way it's been displayed and talked about and promoted and marketed, not great. Or it's fucking terrible, and the marketing is elevating it to being just middling. Who knows? When we start playing it, we'll see. One positive thing I totally did pick up on while Keith Elwin was playing it, a lot of ball trapping going on, which Godzilla is, trapping is definitely doable and you do it, but it's not as, it's not like a Steve Ritchie where you can cradle every single time and aim your shots. He was cradling left and right and aiming shots, and that I'm excited for. Sometimes in Godzilla, it got a little too momentum-y, down by the flippers. Yeah. And, yeah. So that is kind of, we'll keep seeing it. It's not, I'm not getting the high that I was looking for. The fucking A, we're back, pinball. Because I mean, the used market is still going down. In fact, I'm out of it. I'm still out of it. I had to Lord of the Rings for like a week, and then it was messing with my tendonitis from playing, which is a great time. So I got that back to John. So I have no pinball machines. Jaws will be Probably the only thing I play or get. I'm still weary. Everything I've been looking at since I got out of buying and selling, the prices still go down. Games are still sitting since then. I'm hesitant. I don't know. Like I still think that heading in somewhat of the P3 direction is what is going to bring new people in or keep people like myself satisfied, like an actual evolution of things. I'm starting to get the like samey hit lit shots. I don't know. It could be, maybe this is nothing against the creation of the games. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But if I look at the market and from what friends are talking about and the consensus and just within the ether or the zeitgeist, it's kind of a lull. I think a lot of us were hoping Jaws would bust us out of the lull, and maybe it will. But we'll see. Yeah. So Jaws, we're gonna keep seeing more gameplay and stuff throughout the next couple weeks. You know, I was thinking of oh wait, one thing. Sorry. The LE had like speaker lights in them, right? Don't care. I don't like speaker lights in any games, and I don't like toppers that have a lot of lights on. I like to see, unless there's Invisiglass. I don't like all the reflections in the glass. I like to see the game I'm shooting at, and there's so many games where, I mean, one of my main things always, turn it on free play, turn the back box brightness down to like 10% because I don't want it to reflect on the game. Those things are not needed to play the game of pinball. Any of those, they're good to like look at. But I'm not spending $10,000 to like look at a thing once in a while, So it's actually distracting to the game. So like in a video game, it's like having, hey, we have a video game, but you also have to shine a flashlight on the screen the whole time, so it somewhat detracts you from it. Pass. Or we're playing a video game and all the audio, but plus we have another audio playing that's totally irrelevant to the game and it messes with the audio. Pass. So LE having built-in speaker lights, hopefully, and I would assume we can turn those off. Those kind of things I don't know, that totally detracts me from playing pinball. And yeah, one of the Stranger Things topper, I had that in a Stranger Things premium so long ago, and immediately sold that. It came with it when I traded and bought it. It was just distracting, Again, Invisiglass would change that, but then I'd have to not use Windex and yada, first world problems on there. All right, enough about Jaws. Let's wait and see. In the meantime, I've been thinking of some original themes to maybe help get us out of this rut of we got a Marvel thing, we got a monster thing, we got a band thing, and then we have a disappointing theme from someone else. Here's a couple original themes I was thinking of whilst watching TV. To really, have people see it in the arcade and turn and be like, oh shit, what in the fuck is that? I gotta play that. Really, an eye turner. These are all original themes, so yeah, bleh, right? They're not licensed. They could be. You could get licensed on some of these brands. I should say no. One of these is licensed, but all right, here we go. First idea, it's just called drywall. So the game, the cabinet, everything's made out of drywall. It's called drywall. It just says drywall on it, and you're dealing with drywall dust, mudding. So the game is, you're hanging the drywall, you're mudding it, you're taping it, you're sanding it, right? And it looks like complete shit because it's made out of drywall. Like the whole thing is made out of drywall in the arcade. It's gonna last like a day. It's all gypsum, But if anyone knows how much drywall costs, it ain't shit. And inside the game, I don't have anything about the rules and all that. I mean, to your heart's content, I know you can probably think of it. But if you went to like Lit Arcade or Electric Bat Arcade in Tempe, Arizona, you see all these Sterns, and then you see this game called Drywall. Just white fucking drywall. Would you not play it? Yeah. I would play it immediately and probably kick it, But it would have to be home pin price or something. But yeah, drywall. Another original themes, going to TJ Maxx. So in quotes, going to TJ Maxx. So this is the licensed one. It's, when your wife, if anyone doesn't know what TJ Maxx is, I'm not sure if that's a national brand. I'm not going to Google it because I don't care. It's like it's a retail store. Everything is there. Fucking everything. Clothes, home goods, even fucking food. Everything is there except for condoms, I think. But it's somewhat cheaper in a way. People love it. Wives love it. Girls love it. Some dudes love it. I don't love going to it. But you go there if you're a guy and you're at TJ Maxx, you see everyone, it's in the same thing. There's a girl and a guy, or a husband and a wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. The husband has his head somewhat tilted down, looking at, oh shit. The wife's happy, but they're not happy together really, because why are we doing this? Why are we at TJ? What are we doing here? The fuck? So the theme is going to TJ Maxx. And and the game is all about that, right? You're playing the husband and the wife. You're looking for deals and your new coat. You're looking at the food. And you're wondering what the fuck's going on. You're dealing with the crazy people there. There's plenty of crazy people trying on clothes. Going to TJ Maxx. If you saw that, would you not play it? Another one would be, quote, picking out what to watch, end quote. So, the game theme based around, you're like, oh, what do we watch on Netflix, right? So you're scrolling, you're looking, you're deciding. You spend about 30 to 45 minutes eating what you prepared to watch and eat with. It's almost gone by the time you picked something out. Neither of you are fully happy, and you kind of watch half of it and you're checked out and you start looking at your phone. So a game based on that, picking out what to watch. Another one would be Dick Hole. Yeah, dick hole, like penis, your dick hole. We've already discussed the Stearns penis. This is a little more specific. Yeah, just dick hole. I haven't thought about much more than that, but again, if you were at an arcade and saw a game called Dick Hole, you'd probably play it. I'd play it. Another one called Not Sleeping Well. Not getting enough sleep, melatonin, what am I eating? I'm getting older, why am I sleeping? I'm waking up to piss every 2 fucking hours. Can I just get some goddamn sleep? Things like that. So not sleeping well. Again, you see that next to drywall. You see that next to Dick Hole. You'd probably play it. Like, what in the fuck is this? It would make more money than Galactic Tank Force. Guaranteed. It's a guarantee. Another theme would be called Steve. Just Steve. It's just about Steve. I don't know which Steve. Probably about random Steves that the designers know about. Just, their old friend from high school. He drinks a lot. Or Steve, the mechanic. Different modes about Steves that you've known. Again, I'd play Steve. Another one called Inside Larry. So it's more of a homosexual fantasy about being inside of a guy named Larry. It could be pegging, from a girl. It could be whatever. But yeah, Inside Larry. I'd play it. Got two more here. One, this is one of my personal favorites. If it might be the first one I'd make, or second after drywall, is There's a Rock in My Shoe. So the theme is called There's a Rock in My Shoe. You're walking, whether it's on the treadmill with your dog, just walking to your fucking car and you got a goddamn rock in your shoe. So it'd be really digging into all that, all the nuances that come with having a rock in your shoe. The size, how much time you're going to deal with. Fuck me. Am I gonna take my shoe off? Am I going to put my foot down on the ground while I get the rock out? Am I going to shake it while bouncing and fall on my face? How am I going to handle this? There's a rock in my shoe. I'd play it. Last one is just called Hemorrhoid. It's about hemorrhoids. So, fuck. So I'm at the arcade. I see Venom. I see Jaws. I see the best game of all time, Godzilla. I see a Lord of the Rings. And there's a game called Hemorrhoid. I'm going to fucking play Hemorrhoid, bro. Anyway, yeah. These games will do better than Galactic Tank Force. I think they'd do better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But I don't think they would do better than Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes, for me, remains the theme of late that I am excited about. I have honestly been, the last 2 weeks after doing a 12 days of balls, fucking nonstop, took a little take a break from pinball. Just, Jesus, what are you doing? That is ridiculous for all intents and purposes, doing 12 days of pinball podcasts for no reason. So I took a break. dipping back in with his Jaws. I'm just like, ooh, yeah, but what about Looney Tunes? Man, that theme is sweet as shit, and it makes me feel like a game. I don't know. That is the best way I can describe it. When I think of recent pinball machines, Looney Tunes is like, that's a game I want to play. It's a fun theme. I don't know how else to describe it. It's not neurotic. It's not intellectual. It's fucking Looney Tunes. I want to play Looney Tunes. So that maybe would sum up my January 8th opinion of Jaws is, what about Looney Tunes? I can't wait to try that. So my most looking forward to in the next 2 weeks, aside from more Jaws gameplay and to see if they can really turn around this excitement train upwards. Let's make Jason feel excited, please. I really want to be excited. And then Looney Tunes. I would go play Looney Tunes first and foremost out of anything. If Jaws and Looney Tunes were local right now, I'd go play Looney Tunes. That's what I'm most curious about. It's the one I want to play the most. It's the package I want to look at the most. Playfield, I want to just look over and remember what playing games are like. It's fun. It makes me forget about the world, from going to TJ Maxx and not sleeping well and it's rocking my shoe, all that kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'd play all those games. And again, contact me if you'd like licensing rights to a couple of those. TJ Maxx, I have nothing to do with, whatever. Drywall, I have a couple suggestions of what brands to use, but, anyway. Looney Tunes. Excited for Looney Tunes. Aside from that, let's help maybe turn this market around. But we can't do it by just blanketly being positive about every game. Although I want to, man, and I don't mean we as in like we have a duty to just lift all pinball up. Yeah, I mean, it's not the most popular thing in the world, but at the same time, if we just stay stagnant, so will the hobby, so will the market. And I don't know. I think there are some big licenses that need to drive some sales. There are some things that really need to turn this around. This is truly, listen to whatever you want, whether it's pinball market trends from Zach and Flippin' Out Pinball, sponsored by Flippin' Out Pinball. Hey, you guys, how you doing? Not going to play the song because you heard it a bunch last week, and it's enough of me. No songs today. All that. The used market and the people I know, everyone's just chilling and afraid to buy stuff. That is what's happening around. It's just what it is, truly. There is listings that are lasting for months upon months. There are games that are just sitting, and we need a shot, a heroin shot, if you will, if that's your cup of tea. Not mine. I've never done it. Write into, pinballpartypodcast@gmail.com if you've done heroin or if you're currently a heroin addict. So I'll expect to hear from Joel Engelberth as well. Not to make light of that. Honestly, I really not. That got dark, huh? No, but truly, we need a shot in pinball. You know what we need? I think a lot of us know what we need. We need a Tron remake, a Tron Vault stat. All the recent news from Stern is that we're thinking of doing some D&Ds and all this. Look, to really get the boners out there going, get the boners stiff, get the dick stiff, make Tron. I would say, as much as I would love a Lord of the Rings and do it, at least give a heads up to all the people that you should sell your shit because we're going to do this. Because it's tough enough already, but like how you burned the LEs and are going to stop making the LEs. I think that does some lasting damage. And so being careful about some of these vaults, if you will, or remakes. It's just tough. Oof. And the uncertainty is what makes it tough if it wasn't such a financial thing. So I'm waiting to be very, very confident and not worrying about losing too much money to enjoy the hobby. But when a hobby is detrimental to financial sense, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, let's look for Jaws and Looney Tunes. Everyone out there, go play Looney Tunes and let me know when there's a Looney Tunes within 90 miles of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you.